Hello everyone, this is Miss Taha. This is my second video regarding the water cycle. Okay, so if you didn't watch the first video, go back to that because we're introducing the water cycle. But this is our second video for the water cycle. So this is going to be a short little intro for the crystallization in the water cycle. Crystallization. Well, let's first talk about what are crystals. Okay, so we get it from the root word right here, crystallization, crystal. Crystals are a special kind of solid material, okay? It's where the molecules, they fit together in a repeating pattern. So because of this pattern, no crystal is exactly the same. They all come in different unique shapes because of the way that they're formed. So how do they form? Well, let's see. Steps to forming a crystal. So the process of a crystal forming is called crystallization. So we have here, have a hot mixture. So if you look at this picture right here, have a hot mixture. So let's say, for example, this mixture is water. So we're going to pour plain salt into this hot mixture and we're going to mix it up as much as we can. And then we're going to allow the mixture to cool. So in these last three, we see the mixture cooling. And as we see the mixture cooling, we see a little bit of a crystal here. And we see the crystal getting bigger here. And we have this last picture here of the crystal completely forming. So when you're allowing the mixture to cool, it starts to evaporate. What starts to evaporate? Well, let's see. The water does. And that sounds familiar. We kind of learned about this, or we touched base on it briefly in the first video. What is evaporation? Evaporation is a process in which the water goes from the ground, but in this case it's the speaker. It transfers into a vapor into the atmosphere, but hold on. We don't have the sun as a heat source for this to happen, but that's okay because it's a hot mixture. Hot. Heat, no matter what form. If it's hot water, it's still going to evaporate right back into the atmosphere. Okay, so as the water evaporates from the beaker, what's left is a crystal. Perfect. So this is how a crystal forms. So they form naturally, but this is a great, like if you ever want to do this at home, you can totally do it. They form naturally, and when the liquid starts to cool, it hardens into a crystal right here. So, like we said before, certain molecules in the liquid gather together, and they gather together to make like a repeating pattern. And one of our favorite crystals that we know are snowflakes. Snowflakes are ice crystals that are formed in the clouds when the water freezes. What else is formed in clouds? So in our first video, we talked about the different types of precipitation, right? That can fall from the cloud. We have snow, rain, sleet, hail, depending on the weather, right? So crystals, or snowflakes, are ice crystals. So when they're formed in the clouds, the water freezes. And they will always have 6 sides or arms. So I have a picture here of snowflakes. Okay. So these are all unique, right? None of them look the same. They're all different. So let's count 6 sides. I have this line here as a marker so we can keep track of how many sides we counted. So it's going to be my marker here indicating when to stop. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It still pertains true that they always have 6 sides or arms. Let's count another snowflake if you think that's a coincidence. Let's try this one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. Let's try a trickier one right here. If you don't believe me, this will be our last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so fun fact, snowflakes will always have 6 sides or arms. Okay, and they grow depending on the temperature and the humidity in the clouds. We know this, right? Okay, so there's different phases in water. We know this as well. There's solid, liquid, and gas, or I hope you know this. So for crystals to take place, the process is water goes in as a solid, as a liquid, I'm sorry. Hot liquid, right? That's our heat. Hot liquid. The hot liquid in the beaker, which we say, for example, is water, becomes a gas, like a water vapor. It evaporates back into the sky. And what's left in place of that is a solid crystal. Okay? So feel free to rewind this video, fast forward it, whatever you need to do. Make sure you complete the activity and then the quiz. Okay? And you move on to the third video. Thank you.